Hey everyone, welcome back. It is time for another wrestling review. With me once again, we have Campo.Reviews, the man who reviews movies, TV shows, everything else in between. You like reviews, go on and check out the link in the description box below. While you're there, like, comment, share, subscribe. We're about 10 to 15 away from 400, guys. Got a few days left. Let's try to do it. I'm going to be posting some more shorts later this week, so if you like wrestling shorts, make sure you tune in later this week for those. But today, we are not talking about shorts or pants for that matter. We're talking about AEW Worlds End, our final pay-per-view for AEW of the year. We'll start off with our opening pre-show match, which is the Sisters of Sin versus Hyan and Maya World.
Who
Exactly.
cares?
Hmm.
This was a match. Existed.
Hmm.
Um, I s- I understand that they're trying to put youth, I guess, on the pre-show
Right.
finally,
And Sky Blue being from Chicago.
which is fine because they need something to do anyways. But it's like at the same time, why?
They need another tag team, I guess.
I mean, no, I don't care about them. It's
Yeah.
you did this thing, and the match was whatever.
Yeah.
But
They seemed pretty green though. Like they weren't
well, High End is the white girl, I
yeah.
think,
Hmm.
is like 33 and has been wrestling like in England apparently for a really long time.
Yeah, she even had a match, believe it or not, against Mickey James back in 2019 when she did the If I Lose, I Retire tour.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
By the way, I
But
just want to point this out. This is something I was telling Jeremy when we were watching it yesterday. I was like, they show the graphic of them,
right.
right? And I'm like, I promise you, when these two girls come out there, they look nothing
Nothing
like
like the
those
graphic. Yeah,
pictures.
yeah, yeah. It's true.
Like it's like they used AI to like de-age them 10 years in the pictures.
Yeah.
And then they come. I'm not saying they look bad, but they don't
No.
look anything like the pictures of them.
But shout out to AEW for putting the matches back on 0 hour. None of this two pre-show bullshits.
Yeah, and thank you for giving us four matches at least,
Yeah.
because they were only saying two matches all the way up to Showtime.
And it was only an hour.
Yeah, that was
So,
only an hour.
yeah. They've heard us. They were watching our show. That's why they stopped.
I hope so.
Uh, Sisters of Sin wins in a whatever match. Eddie Kingston versus Zach Gibson. My question is why?
I think that's a. I don't. Wasn't this feud happen? I've been watching every show weekly, and I don't
Yeah,
remember them even
he
talking
had a match
about it.
against James Drake. Like, was it last week or something like that?
Hmm. No, I don't care. This
Yeah.
match actually sucked.
Yep. Yeah, it did. And I guess Santana's old partner is a little jealous of him, so Ortiz returns.
That 100%. He knew he wasn't going to get paid anywhere else. I don't know if he's still under contract, but this was definitely pitched to him as like, listen, you're not doing shit. You can get paid here and try to do something, right? Because like at the end of the day, let's
Yeah.
be honest. I want to talk about this quick. We have lots of time. We have the whole night. Um, is Ortiz or Santana, is either one of them any better than the other one? Like they're basically the exact same guy
Santana is the better performer.
to a very small extent,
Right.
larger. And
Yeah.
it's like, was it worth getting into the stupid fight that you got into to break up what is considered one of the best
Well,
modern tag
they
teams?
legit don't like each other.
Yeah, and they've been together forever, right? Like I
Yeah,
think
LAX.
you had a better chance of staying together as a team than you did being separated. Like
Yeah.
if you were willing to take a pay cut and go over to TNA and get back together as a tag team and win the tag belts, that would have been a huge pop.
Yeah.
But now you're gonna just do stuff with Eddie Kingston. And Santana's not doing shit in TNA either. Like nobody cares about
Yeah.
him.
He had his moment, and I think that's it. But yeah, Santana is the slightly better performer, I think. And Ortiz is probably jealous of all the accolades. And hey, Santana could say he's a world champion, right?
Unfortunately for everyone
But
else.
still. And Eddie Kingston wins in a nothing match.
This has been the Eddie Kingston prototype match since he's come back from
Yeah.
injury. It's like 3 minutes long,
Yeah.
and it feels like a waste of time.
Yeah. Mascarada Dorada and Bandito versus the Don Callis family members, Mark Davis and Rocky Romero. This was actually a really good
Way
match.
better than a pre-show probably deserves.
Yeah.
I can easily think of like matches on the main card that could have been replaced by this.
Oh, yeah. we'll talk about the main card when we get to it, but yeah, there was a match for sure. This could have been replaced with that match. Right off the bat, off the bat, I'm thinking Allen versus Kidd.
Yeah, maybe, sure. Yeah, sure,
Yeah,
maybe. I'm
but
thinking the 4-on-4 match.
yeah, that could have been another one that could have been replaced. But this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed Dorada and Bandito together. The only thing I don't get is why are they trying to push for double champions?
I agree with that. And that seems to be the like idea of this whole show is that people are all going for double championships. Like they're setting them up for future double championship
Yeah.
wins. And I don't get it necessarily. And I think that it's just a bit strange to
Yeah.
always just constantly be doing this. I also think it's
Well,
really
that's the thing
weird.
that you have when you have too many belts.
Yeah. But why do you keep talking about they keep pretending like as if Brodito was a thing that happened so many years ago,
It was a week ago. Or, okay, not a week ago, but a
but
month
it was
ago.
like less than a month ago. And
Hmm.
I find it strange that they keep trying to like push Brody Lee away from Bandito now. When he
Yeah.
came out to make the save on Dynamite, they were like, "That's his former
King.
teammate," like as if we don't remember that, like that just didn't just happen.
Yeah. But anyway, after that, we get the clone is coming back. I forgot that he was a thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Everybody did.
Okay.
Uh, with that, our eight-man tag team match closes off the pre-show. It's Jet Speed and Jungle Express against Josh Alexander and The Demand.
Which it was a fine match, but it was a weird storytelling technique where it's
Yeah,
like Luchasaurus was gone, but they didn't tell us what happened. And
right.
then Jungle Jack just laid on the floor outside the ring for like half of the match in the same
Y-
spot where he started the match.
Yep.
And I was like, okay,
Bailey
maybe
did most of the work in this match.
I thought maybe they're both injured and
Okay.
this is how they're going to write them off TV with this
But they're
match.
not
They're not.
because Jack Perry gets the pin here, and then they set up later in the show. They're setting up Jungle Jack versus Ricochet on. Is it on Dynamite for the
Yeah.
championship?
And it's like Jungle Jet Speed? Is that what's gonna happen? Like I feeling like that, like just a stupid fucking slap together team is about to happen.
Yeah, let's put two names together and call them a tag team.
You already one of those teams is already two names slapped together and call them a tag team. Now we're gonna slap four people together and
Yeah.
just
They did the same thing with Brodito.
they do that with everybody. It's a Tony
Yeah,
Khanism.
it's a Tony Khanism. The man's got to be autistic.
Good for him. Made a lot of money.
Yeah. Um, so with that, we are getting our opening match of the show. It is Kazuchika Okada versus Konosuke Takeshita in the semifinal for the Continental Classic. At this match, it was announced that should Okada lose, they will deactivate the Unified Championship. So they're getting rid of that belt.
If he loses the tournament,
Yeah,
well, yeah, because then he wouldn't have both belts for it to be
yeah.
unified.
But the point is, they're going to deactivate the belt. The belt won't be around anymore to be defended.
Yeah, but if somebody again wins two belts, will they just give them the unified belt?
I don't know. They didn't say that. They said the belt's been deactivated.
Like two of the main belts. So if you win like the TNT belt and the all what's it called? The international
I think
belt.
it's just the International and the Continental.
So if you win a combination of any of the other two, is it a different unified belt?
Yes. Yes.
No,
Tony Khan will make another
this is
belt.
stupid. Just let's know. Let's just know.
And you're the one that advocates for more belts.
I did at one point. Now there's too many belts.
But let's talk about this match because this match was absolutely fantastic.
Do you think so? I think this is my most disappointing match of the entire year.
Really?
Yeah, I was very
Because the
like
hype
upset.
was it? Is it the finish or was
It
it
was just
just
a really mediocre match, especially for these two guys. It was slow pace for the first half. They tried to do Japanese storytelling, then they didn't, and then there was
mine?
just a clusterfuck at the end.
Mine thinking is Takeshita's being saved for January 4th.
I mean, that's fine. If you liked it, you liked it, and that could be the reason.
Hey,
But
I really did. Yeah, I
it's
enjoyed this match.
it's one of those like I wouldn't give this a like a 2 stars,
No,
but this should have been an all-time banger, and it's
it
like
should
a
have been a
three.
5 star. I'll guarantee. I'll give you that. It's not a 5 star.
No, it should have been somewhere up there, and for me, it felt
I
like a
guess
three
too
star.
because you had such high expectations for it too.
Maybe, yeah. I'm going to be honest. After the second match of this pay-per-view, I had already felt like I've been sitting watching this thing for like 9 hours. Like with
It
the
dragged.
pre-show and
This
this,
show
like
did drag.
every match was so long.
Yeah.
Like
But in the end, thanks to a screwdriver, a literal screwdriver, Okada wins. And I know why they did that. They wanted Okada to win, but they didn't want Takeshita to lose clean.
which is fine, but when the outcome of the next match happens, Okada winning doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. But we'll talk about that.
You should have just told your breakup storyline
Yeah.
and turned Takeshita face right now.
But instead
Then,
they turned somebody else face, so we'll talk about that later.
and then in the next match,
Yeah.
which we'll
So
get to,
Okada wins. So moving on to the next match, it's John Moxley versus Kyle Fletcher. The winner of this match will meet Okada in the
so what did you
Continental
think
Finals.
of this match?
This match was better.
This match was way better. This
Yeah.
is arguably the best match of the night.
The best match I've seen John Moxley in all year.
Yeah, it's the
He tried.
brainbuster spot on the outside on the apron was crazy.
Yeah.
Like
But see, when that's the thing, when Moxley's allowed to go without shenanigans, without outside stuff, Moxley can go. Let the guy go.
the spot off the suplex that they tried to do that I thought was like a snapdragon off the top rope where Kyle Fletcher
the
literally
cutthroat
landed on his
suplex.
head.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't understand we were trying to figure it out for a
He
bit.
put him in like a sleeper hold and did a suplex, right?
What was the landing supposed to be? Was he supposed to go like was it supposed to be like a snapdragon where he like lightly hits his shoulders and his neck like on the floor because he landed completely on his head?
He landed on his head. I think with that type of move, I think he's supposed to flip over kind of thing.
Yeah, like was he supposed to go like behind him, like slide back, and he just didn't? That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I think that's how it's rare. It's a move I've rarely seen, so I can't really.
Yeah, I mean this match was excellent, but and again storytelling. If you were trying to turn John Moxley face or split up the whatever they're called, Blackpool Combat Club, he should have lost this match to Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah.
And then you have Kyle Fletcher versus Takeshita in the finals.
And that's where you tell up the Takeshita breakup story.
You beat up Takeshita. Everyone comes in and beats up Takeshita at the end.
Except none of these groups are splitting up the way it seems like now.
No, and they're not. They're setting up the storylines and they're not following through. And you know what the problem with that is now? It's not.
You've booked yourself into a hole now.
Yes, and it's not so much that I don't want to see good things on TV over the next 3 months, but you have 3 months until your next pay-per-view. So you're either going to tell all of these stories on regular TV or you're going to wait 3 months and no one's going to care about the storylines anymore.
Yeah. Very much. Very true. Very true.
Because you've been telling these storylines for the Death Rider storyline is over a year.
It's been over a year.
The Takeshita storyline has been like 6 months.
It's since World's End last year with the whole thing with Bryan Danielson, isn't it?
And it's too telegraphed. Everyone knows what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. But in the end, Mox wins, and Mox going to be facing Okada in the finals. Up next, Chicago Street Fight for the Tag Team Championships. FTR defending against the Bang Bang Gang. Juice and Austin Gunn.
I was really excited for this match.
Mm-hmm.
I want everyone from Bang Bang Gang.
This is the match that disappointed me.
This match was disappointing because at the end of the match, the way that it just played out. Okay, first of all, the whole storyline of the match feels like we need to just keep knocking Colton Gunn over outside. Sorry, I'm kind of lagging a little.
Yeah, that's okay.
I need to knock Colton Gunn down outside, and then both of us, Austin Gunn, and then both of us beat up Juice Robinson. That was the storyline for like 15 minutes. And I was like, I don't understand. Is he injured or something? Is that why they keep putting him to the outside?
No, because he was fine.
I'll give you 2 great spots. Cash Wheeler doing a tope and missing and going head first through a table.
Into the table, yes.
Which almost didn't break until Austin fell backwards onto it, and then it snapped. And then Stokely going, instead of jumping onto the table, dove straight slid across the table.
I thought he was dead.
They even
made mention of that. I don't think we'll see these guys until 2026.
He hit his head off the metal announce table. He slid like full speed across it. Like I don't know why you would jump directly back instead of like an arc, like to like land on the table.
It's like
right?
It's like that scene from Van Wilder. Remember when he lubes up the ground?
Yeah, it was like that. And like there was weapons and there was blood, but it never felt like a hardcore match.
No, there was a match later in the show that was more hardcore than this.
It was a really strange, like you put out stuff. It felt very a bloody version of what a WWE hardcore match would be.
Yeah. Considering we know FTR can go because we've seen them have that epic dog collar match against the Briscoes.
Yeah, and they actually had a quite a few botches in this match.
Yeah.
Where there was two times they tried to set up a shatter machine and they couldn't pull it off and then had to redo the spot. Two
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. They even botched the finish, didn't they?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the second time they did it.
Yeah.
And like it wasn't like an awful match once again,
No.
but it's like you gave me three of the four, I guess, the finals and then the
Yeah.
main event. Okay, I wasn't gonna count the finals, but I guess the finals, the main event, the first two matches, and this match were like all I wanted to see on this card because the other four matches I did
I
not
didn't
give a
care for.
shit about.
Yeah.
This is another one of those AEW cards where it gets all of a sudden at the last minute, all the matches come together, and you're just
Yeah. Hold on. Sorry, we lost you for a
did I
second there.
finish
Yeah.
talking?
No. You said this is the typical AEW where all the matches came together at the last minute and we got
All the matches come together at the last minute, and we just get a slap together card. And
yeah.
you on paper, you don't care about
We'll
the
talk
card.
about that. We'll talk about that a little later too when we see the match that's coming up. But in the end, though, FTR does win. That was the right call. This is setting up for Jay's return, and hopefully Jay and Juice will get a decent run with the belts. I think we lost you again.
My cord popped out of the back.
That's okay. Yeah, back on it. We were saying I think this is leading up to Jay White coming back, and hopefully we'll get a Jay and Juice tag team run.
You could have had either one of the guys out come back during this match.
Yeah, and where was Ace Austin? Ace Austin is part of the group. Why wasn't he there
I
to counteract Stokely?
I thought it was really strange multiple times for scenarios in this event that people didn't come back.
Yeah, but FTR wins. Moving on. Babes of Wrath against Monet and Athena.
Yeah, I really like this match.
Yeah.
I thought Athena and Monet were so fantastic.
Yeah,
I
even Harley Cameron was decent
No,
in this
Harley
match.
Cameron sucks.
But she was decent in this match. Come on, give her
Fine,
that.
that's fine. But like the last cup since they've won the belt, every defense they've made,
It's been Willow.
It was even Willow has looked really bad in those matches. Even in the title winning match, they looked really bad.
Yeah.
That was an awful match. Dynamite, whatever they faced High End and Maya World
Yep.
recently, like just not
And
good
Juice
matches.
WRLD, yeah.
They have three weird tag team maneuver spots that they
Yeah.
do, and they look awful. Like Harley Cameron cannot get high enough on any of them to do it, and I don't know why they keep doing it.
What do they call it in basketball? Is it when they jump? What's the
Her like vertical,
her vertical? Yeah, her vertical leap. Yeah, it's not that high.
no, and it's not. She's not. Listen, I get it that she's hot, but AEW is literally, except for LA Knight in WWE, AEW is like the pinnacle of not capitalizing on someone when they're hot.
Yeah,
You didn't do it with the Outrunners. You didn't do it with the Grizzled Young Vets. You didn't do it with Harley Cameron, who shouldn't even have a belt ever. But
You
she
didn't
was
do-
so popular.
you
Now
haven't done
nobody,
it with Mina.
exactly. Nobody cares about her anymore. And now you made her a tag team champion? Like what's happening with this? I don't understand the logic here. And it's getting weird. But anyways, I thought Monet and Athena did some crazy shit. Athena
Yeah.
did some stuff we've never seen, like catching
Yeah.
people mid-air into like RKO's types things.
Yeah, for someone who's not that big, like she's in stature, she's pretty small, isn't she? Like height wise,
Yeah, Athena's tiny.
like what
And
is she?
and she was amazing in this
Yeah,
match.
she's 5'2", Athena.
This was like a wrestler understanding the memo that I'm getting off the small show and making it to the big show, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna just do everything I can. And she did some insane shit,
Yeah,
and it was beautiful. But the match overall was a clusterfuck of nonsense.
it was a mess. Yeah, it was
And-
an absolute mess.
We know that we can't have any more double champions,
Mm-hmm.
right? But we also know that why would Mercedes and Athena, the two best wrestlers you have in kayfabe,
Yeah,
lose
PWI's Women's Wrestler of the Year, which I don't agree with.
Sports Illustrated as well?
Yeah,
It's I know he's just a hater, but Jamie, I just don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
in what world are Harley? If it was Willow and someone good, like
yeah.
Willow and Harley are beating the two best wrestlers in AEW's company. The
Yeah.
forever champion keeps losing matches. I just want to point that out.
Yes. When it doesn't count. She wins her singles. She can't win anything that's not a singles match,
Yeah.
it seems like.
They need her desperately on AEW TV.
Yeah. I don't know when they'll do it, but if she has to lose the championship, or it's going to be Monet versus Athena for the TBS belt, she beats
Well,
Athena
I already can tell you what's going to happen. Willow's going to beat Monet for the TBS belt, which is going
and
to
double
make her
champ
a
her
double
too.
champion.
No, it has to be Athena.
You'd think that, but it's not going to be.
You think it's going to
I
well,
think
they
Athena's
announce
going.
it. So in the end, the Babes of Wrath do end up winning this match. Monet throws a temper tantrum backstage, and they announce that they are doing Monet versus Willow for the TBS championship.
And I thought that was excellent acting. That was like the best acting we've ever seen in the history of Monet's career.
Even better than when she was on The Mandalorian.
For 100%. And it's selling the storyline that she can't win anymore, which is why she'll lose to Willow. But the problem is you're double championing, and which tells me that they're going to lose those tag belts very soon.
But
Okay,
to who though?
the Sisters of Sin. Who gives a shit?
Maya World and Huyan.
Maybe Megan Bain because they need to put Megan Bain over. But that's another useless tag team where the secondary person is another Harley Cameron.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Let it happen. I don't care. Maybe Jamie Hayter wins the tag belts with double champion freaking Alex Windsor.
I don't know.
But see. You tell this story.
Yeah.
You have some kind of shenanigan riddled 4-way Ring of Honor women's belt champion where Athena loses the belt and then beats Willow
without
for the
being
TBS.
pinned. Yeah.
And then she could beat Willow for the TBS.
Okay.
And then where Sasha Banks will get written off TV. And then when she comes back, she'll challenge
with
Athena.
No belts left, hopefully.
Yeah, she'll challenge Athena or the world title, whatever. But it's like you can't have Billy Starks win the world title yet.
No, it's too soon for her. And you got your best wrestler now with the pure belt.
Yeah, Athena. Billy Starks needs to beat Red Velvet.
Yeah, Red Cupcake, whatever her name
Red
is.
Cupcake.
She's horrible. But moving on, Darby Allin versus Gabe Kidd. It was supposed to be a regular match. How the hell did this become a hardcore match?
I don't know, but it really bothered me that they set up the stairs with that thing on top of it. And I noticed right away, I'm like, why aren't the stairs lined up with the pole? And I'm like, they did this whole thing hoping no one would notice so that they could put an extra sheet of metal on top of the stairs and do this one spot that wasn't even cool.
No, this was a bad match. I didn't like this match.
I'm just tired of. Okay, first of all, Gabe Kidd is a top fucking 10 wrestler in the world right now in the ring.
And I'm Darby Allin, and welcome to Jackass.
Yeah, Darby Allin's matches are just how much damage can I take?
Yeah.
And then win the match by a fluke thing.
Yeah. That's basically it.
He's like a younger version of Eddie Kingston. He only has 6 moves, and he does the same 6 moves over and over and over.
He's a little bit more agile, but
he could be good, but he'd rather do matches in a way where he just gets hurt.
He basically, remember back when AEW first started, they had Jimmy Havoc?
I don't even know who that is. Yeah,
exactly. So he's basically become their Jimmy Havoc. He was just a glorified. He's a British wrestler, just a glorified stuntman. Is all he is.
He's the one that got into the shit and they had to cut him, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and he was actually supposed to be really good.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw a few matches.
Yeah, Darby Allin wins.
And it wasn't a very good match.
No, isn't Gabe Kidd going back to Japan for Wrestle Kingdom? Isn't he part of that War Dogs match?
I should hope so.
But we'll talk about that another time. So Darby Allin wins. The less we talk about this match, the better it is. I really didn't care for this match. Here's your cluster of a match.
At this point, I was like, "There's what match was that we just watched? The 4th match."
On the card, that is the 5th match.
Okay, so I'm like, there's 4 matches left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all of these matches need to be bangers, all of them, or we're in trouble. And then this match comes on, and I was like, "Oh, I forgot this match is even on this card. This should be a main event on Dynamite."
Yeah, it was Timeless Tony Storm, Roderick Strong, Mark Briscoe, and Orange Cassidy against the Death Riders: Claudio, Daniel Garcia, Wheeler Yuta, and Marina Shafir.
I had a bunch of fun with this match, but it was not a good match.
Like the Orange Cassidy and Tony doing the tango, and
But
or
it's
Marina
like, once
Shafir
again, like,
kicking her husband in the nuts.
This was a bathroom break match.
Yeah, it was. Totally was.
And for the first time ever on like live air, they mentioned that Marina Shafir is the wife of
Of
Roderick
Roderick
Strong.
Strong. Yeah. They were trying to keep that kayfabe.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
they're also trying to tell you that Tony Storm is in a relationship with Mina, even though everybody knows Tony's married to Juice.
I mean, I don't think Nigel
That's
McGuinness was supposed to say that it was his
no,
wife.
because they're trying to. I know with that they're trying to do with Tony, the Dominic Mysterio storyline. Oh, Dominic Mysterio's not married; he's in a relationship with Liv Morgan.
Yeah, and also in a relationship with like six other people.
Yeah,
Dominic's like, I'm just gonna book myself to date all the hot girls.
yeah, basically is what he's doing. Yeah, there was that. There was the Marina kicking her husband in the nuts, and
You know,
he
there
hits her
was a
back.
couple nice spots. It was a fun. There was fun to it. I won't sit
Yeah,
here and
but
be
if
like,
this was a
oh,
main event on Dynamite, you're right.
I
Or
paid
Collision.
$60 for this pay per view, and this is what you're showing me,
Yeah,
right?
originally too, this was supposed to be just Tony versus Marina.
Was it?
Yeah, what originally was supposed to happen was this was not supposed to be this match. This was supposed to be Roderick and the Conglomeration versus the Death Riders, and a separate match would have been Tony versus Marina. But I guess they were running out of time and running out of, I guess, matches. Like they had too many matches that they had to condense shit.
Maybe, yeah. I did like the intro. They gave them a friends style intro for the
Hmm.
conglomeration,
Hmm.
where Roderick Strong still is convinced that he's not part of this group.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Luther came out, blah blah blah. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, they had a whole, but okay. Timeless Tony Storm and the Conglomeration win. Nobody cares.
Yeah, they're
Uh,
like whatever.
yeah. Chris Statlander versus Jamie Hayter for the AEW Women's Championship.
What even happened in this match?
I don't know. Like,
What
honestly,
was
don't
this?
know. I watched it. It was 18 minutes and nothing happened.
I swear to you, halfway into the match, I looked at my buddy for he knows his name, it's Jeremy, and I said,
Jeremy
I
spoken.
was like, what are we? Did anything even happen?
No.
Like, what is this match? It was so strange. Like,
Why this match?
at halfway in, I was like a little bit more than halfway. Like, let's say closer to the end, I was
Yeah.
convinced that Jamie Hayter was just hurt, and they were just trying to make it through the match because
Yeah.
her offense was like so bullshit. She
Almost
kept climbing up
non-existent.
to the top rope and then not doing anything.
Yeah.
I was like, since when does Jamie Hayter go to the top rope?
I think she's just killing time.
It was like, and I like Jamie Hayter a lot.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
not a
always been high
Statlander
in our
fan,
books. Yeah.
but like then the way this match ended was like it's too blatant what you're telling us. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna just wait until All In and Jamie Hayter's gonna win the belt. You could have had her win right
You
now.
think that far along? All ends back in England this year, right?
Yeah, you could have had her win right now. Hold it for the 3 months. At Revolution, have Statlander win it back, and then have Statlander hold it to All In, and then have her win it back for the rest of the year, and then you tell your new different storyline with Jamie Hayter,
Yeah. I don't
right?
know.
And it's like it is a flip flop of belts, which we don't like, which we're gonna get at the end anyways,
Yeah.
which we don't like it, but it's the gap between now and Revolution is 3 months, so it's a
Yeah.
long title reign. It's not like a
A little
short
bit more,
reign.
almost four if you
Yeah, it's like
count like
100
this.
days from today.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a third of the year.
Right? And then you set up Jamie Hayter to win her third championship, which will tie like I don't I think Tony Storm has four now.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like you set up like a smart situation.
Yeah. And what's her name? I haven't seen her. Is it Sheeta? Where's Sheeta?
She
She's
hasn't been
still
around for over a
she's still
year.
under contract, right?
Yeah, she's just been sitting in Japan.
What a waste of talent right there.
Maybe she doesn't want to do stuff right now.
And Riho, she hurt again too?
Probably. They
Because they
throw her
made
around like a little rag doll.
well, I mean, they made this big stink about her coming back. Was it September, October? She was in that battle royal, and then nobody sees her again.
They should have let her win the tag belt. Who I don't remember who her teammate was.
I don't remember.
They never ended up even joining the tournament.
No, they weren't even in the turn. It was uh, uh Takeshita's wife there, Yuki Sakazaki.
No. Yuka Sakazaki, Yuka Sakazaki.
Yeah. And you're right, though. Nothing happened in this match. There was literally nothing.
it was such a it wasn't even like a match you could point at and say it was bad because there was nothing that you could point at
No,
that even happened
it
in
just
this
nothing.
match.
It was a void.
Yeah, it was just like a weird zoom ins on bums and
Yeah,
then trying to climb up to the top rope to do nothing.
yeah, that's
Neither
exactly.
one of these girls do top rope things. Why did they keep
No,
climbing to the top rope?
they're strength based wrestlers, not high flyers. I don't know, but Chris retains. Chris retains, and she's still your champ. Moving on. The finals for the AEW Continental Classic. John Moxley versus Kazuchika Okada.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was not a finals match. It was the whole time in my head. I'm just thinking: does Okada win, and they turn Moxley face by having the Death Riders come out and beat up Moxley, or
Mm-hmm.
does Moxley win? And then they all come out to fight the Death Riders, and then everyone ends up beating up Takeshita or something to
Yeah.
tell that storyline. But they didn't tell
Any
either
of
of
it.
those storylines.
No. Instead, I mean, the in-ring work was good though. Let's,
It was, but
yeah.
I'm taking away points because they were both so tired at this point from the
Hmm.
first two matches going all the way the distance that it's like, how
Yeah.
were they supposed to wrestle again? And
And this
it
one
wasn't
went
like a
20
light
minutes again
match.
as well.
Like there was a lot of really funny
Yeah.
spots. I thought Okada was hilarious throughout this entire
Hmm.
thing. I even tweeted out to AEW. I said hashtag bring back Balloon Okada, hashtag make balloons great again.
Think
And
Balloon's great
I put a
again.
picture of him.
Nice. Balloon Okada. I regret not jumping on that t-shirt when they had it.
And should have got it, the fuck bitch or whatever.
But in the end, though, Moxley ends up winning this match. Were you surprised at that?
Very, 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 very. It caught me off guard big time. I think it's weird the fetish that they have. I know he's probably booking himself, and he's a backstage fan favorite, so they are like he's a
Yeah.
favorite backstage, so they're okay with him doing this
I
kind of
think he's the
stuff.
first AEW Grand Slam champion, isn't he?
No, Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega is okay.
Kenny Omega was the only one, and it's to me it just felt like why
Yeah.
why are we putting over John Moxley? Like you had Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita, two great young guys that needed to be put over. This would
Hmm.
have done so much for their careers. I get it, they could come back next year, but that will probably be the finals next year.
Yeah.
But it's like you Okada, if he was going to lose anyways, why did you have him make it to the finals? You're not you don't need to put over Okada. He's the
Yeah.
greatest tournament wrestler of all time. He's not because Zack Sabre Jr. is, but
Yep.
still, it's it's crazy. And then
Yeah.
Moxley is like 40 years old. He won everything you could win. Why do we need to put him over? You're trying to end the fucking Death Rider
Yeah.
storyline, and all you did is strengthen it.
You know what gave it away for me? Before the match even started, when Moxley walked by his wife, the look on her face said it all that he was going to win this.
Yeah.
She knew he was going to win it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't understand where they're going with this. Like, I
I
honestly
hated
don't.
that other thing, by the way.
Which one?
That the random thing that they did all night where the camera would pan with the wrestler as they were walking out and then it would see Renee Paquette and then stop for her to talk. Like, I don't need Renee Paquette to tell me anything.
Yeah, this is not Formula One. You're not talking to the drivers on their way to the paddock.
And then after, whenever like there was this thing with Takeshita, where Takeshita like stood up above her and then the camera panned away from her and it's like she's still talking and it's like I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be watching right now. Like, why are we doing this?
Yeah. But after this match, when Moxley wins, they deactivate the Unified Championship, so that's no longer a thing.
Good.
Um, and Moxley gives a full baby face promo. What the hell was that?
He gives a full baby face promo as a heel. That's the part that blew my
This is
mind.
for the fans. I love you, everybody backstage. Like, dude,
That's
you're
what blew
supposed
my
to be the
mind.
most hated person in AEW.
He cut a babyface promo delivered as a heel, and it was like the most awkward reaction because people weren't sure what they're supposed to do.
Yeah. To the point where the stadium had to pump in the Mox chants.
And like we weren't going to we know they're not going to turn that group face
No,
until they beat up Moxley. Where's Pac? He didn't even show up.
no. Whatever. Moving on. Main event of the night. Samoa Joe defending the AEW Championship against Swerve, Hangman, and everybody's better than you. MJF.
I, this match was really short.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were
Even
like
though this
super
was
pressed
longer
for
than the
time,
last match.
but it felt like there was no time to breathe in this match. And when
Yeah.
the way that it ended was like so abrupt, and I was like, I kept saying at the lead up there was a bunch of spots. And I was like, don't let it end here. You can't let it end here. Like, there's so
Yeah.
nothing has happened really. Felt to me like I know there was some wicked stuff in here. There were some excellent spots. There was a lot of botches,
Hmm.
but it felt
Oh
like a
yeah.
Statlander match in the way that, like, by the time we got to the finish, I was like, but nothing even happened. Like,
Yeah.
storyline wise.
Until the finish. So basically the way the finish happened was Hangman is getting his momentum going. He's going. He does three buckshots to Samoa Joe. Looks like he's ready for the win, but on the final buckshot, he gets stopped by MJF. MJF takes the last pin and ends up pinning Samoa Joe and wins the belt.
And like, I'm okay with that, but it's weird that they did it right now.
Hmm. It felt off.
The only thing I can think of is that there's a plan for MJF to keep beating up Adam Page and Swerve over this time until their best buddy Will Ospreay comes back and wins the belt at All In,
Yeah,
which seems like what would be logical. But will he even be ready by then?
that's the thing. He may not even be ready by that point.
That's why, right? I feel like this is what happened to us the last couple of times with the women's belt and the men's belt,
Hmm.
where they had a clear cut plan. You could see it from a mile away. And then at the last minute, found out the person's not going to come back yet and had to divert to a new plan, like Tony Storm winning the belt again.
Yeah, and then
Or,
losing it to Chris right away.
yeah, or like Swerve is going to win again to
Yeah,
tie him with Hang 2-2 with Adam Page for most title wins. And then
yeah,
they'll have a match, for who's going to be will Adam Page be the third champion, or will he finally be defeated by Swerve kind of
yeah.
thing?
But
Because now what do you do with the Ops? They were one of the best heel groups
mhm.
you had, and now they are
Well,
just
you
the
had a
trios
double champ
champions.
anyway. Samoa Joe is still trios champion.
I know, but now the only story you could tell for them, because they're already the trios champions, is they're going to lose the belt to like the elite.
Yeah, which is gonna happen.
Which on Collision, you set up a whole thing and then didn't deliver us any information. The
Yep.
Bucks are out for the rest of the year. They can't wrestle. Kenny has a plan though. Let's go talk about the plan, and then we don't know anything now.
Yeah,
And the year's
I
going to
know.
be over, and the Revolution is 3 months away.
Yeah, I don't know. This is because the revolution is 3 months away. This should have been the culmination of everything. World's End should be the end and not continue storylines up until next year.
And they did give us two shocking wins no one expected.
Right. But I've noticed he's been doing that lately. He did that with the Babes of Wrath. He's done that with Ricochet.
He doesn't understand what the right shock is. He thinks just anything shocking to catch you off guard is the right thing to do,
Yeah.
which was what bothers me.
Yeah. Anyway, what'd you give the show?
I mean, it's definitely the worst AEW show I think I've watched since I started watching AEW.
Right.
Or at least it's close score wise, but it's still not like an absolute poop show.
No.
I'm very upset I spent $60 on it,
Hmm.
but had it been like a WWE PLE on Netflix, I wouldn't be upset that I watch this at all.
Right.
Yeah, 6.5.
Yeah, I'm not that far off from you. I gave it a 6.4.
You went lower than me. You liked
Hmm.
more matches than I did.
Yeah. But there was no substance to it. There was no culmination of storylines. The matches were good. Yes, I was entertained. But if there's no, like you call the pay-per-view World's End, and there's no finality to it. Instead, you keep things going, and now you're going into a 3-month hiatus.
Yeah, and you can't just tell that much big storylines on TV. You literally can't. I know
Yeah.
it's good for TV, but you just can't do that.
Yeah. Anyway.
I have a feeling that we're gonna find out and like the end of January that there's gonna be a new pay-per-view in February called like Lover's Lane or something.
Yeah.
Or he's gonna have like a big special, because I do know between now and Revolution, I'm pretty sure there's a Grand Slam, right?
I think so. If it's not a Grand Slam, there's something
There's
usually.
like a
There's a
Title
TV.
Tuesday or something
Yeah.
like that.
Maybe he's going to do a Battle of the Belts.
Oh, Battle of the Belts. That's
We
what I was
haven't done
thinking of.
that in a while. So, anyway, with that out of the way, guys, thanks again for joining us. And in the words of Kenny Omega, who was not on this show, goodbye and good night.